3 men were inside an elevator, talking casually while being filmed. As the elevator moved upward, the camera captured the outside through a glass window. When they later checked the video, they noticed something terrifying. A girl in a white dress is seen standing near a window on one of the floors, facing the elevator. She does not move as the elevator passes her level. Her still posture and sudden appearance caused the clip to spread widely online, but the video remains unexplained. Was it a prank or something dark? A woman recorded a house viewing on her phone so her husband could watch it later.
And that goes...
When she opened the door, the video showed a head moving behind nearby objects. She noticed the movement and stepped closer, but the space appeared empty. Only a real estate agent was present during the visit. Later, while reviewing the footage, she realized she had actually captured the figure. She wasn't imagining it. Who or what was it? To this day, it still leaves her puzzled. A Facebook user shared an incident involving a photo taken inside their home. The image was meant to show a wall that was about to be repaired, taken by the user's son to send to a worker. Later, while looking at the photo, the son noticed what appeared to be a girl visible in a mirror. At the time the picture was taken, only the son and his wife were present in the house. The daughter-in-law was standing on the right side of the frame and stayed still so she wouldn't block the shot. No one else was in the room. We can probably all agree it looks too detailed to be pareidolia. So, was it a ghost? A woman was shopping at a Walmart in Detroit when she noticed another woman near the freezer section. The woman was crouched on the floor, and as she got closer, she realized what was happening. The woman was eating raw meat using her hands and seemed completely unaware of the people around her. The shopper moved away immediately, and other customers also kept their distance. The woman continued eating on the floor as people avoided the area. It was a disturbing scene. Let's hope she got the help she needed. John Jack Wheeler III wasn't an ordinary name in Washington. He was a military veteran and longtime government insider who helped launch major national projects, including work connected to the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, and he served in roles tied to the Reagan and both Bush administrations. But late in December 2010, something appeared to go seriously wrong. Wheeler was seen around Wilmington, Delaware, behaving in a way that multiple witnesses described as confused and disorientated. On December 29th, surveillance footage captured him in a parking garage, appearing distressed, and notably, he was carrying one shoe. He reportedly told an attendant that his briefcase had been stolen, along with his parking ticket. People offered to help him, but he declined. Investigators said Wheeler was last seen at 10th and Orange Streets in Wilmington around 3:30 p.m. on December 30th. But on the morning of December 31st, a worker at Cherry Island landfill made a horrifying discovery. They saw a body fall from a garbage truck as it emptied its load. The body was identified as Jack Wheeler. Authorities ruled his death a homicide. The Delaware medical examiner later stated that Wheeler had been assaulted and died from blunt force trauma. Investigators also traced the trash truck's route and reported that it had been collected from large commercial dumpsters in Newark, Delaware, before arriving at the landfill, raising disturbing questions about how Wheeler ended up inside a dumpster and where the attack actually took place. To this day, who killed him and why remains unknown. Now, if you're enjoying my videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. Your support helps me creating new stories every week, and it means the world to me. Thank you so much for watching. A family was reviewing footage from their nursery camera when they saw something no parent ever wants to see. Standing beside their baby's cot was a figure. The baby was awake, holding onto the cot rail and facing whatever was standing there. No one else was supposed to be in the room. So who or what, was with the baby. Later that same night, a second image was captured. This time the figure appeared taller, its features sharper and more defined. It had slicked back black hair, extremely pale skin, and a pointed nose. Disturbingly, the face closely resembled a family member who lived in the house. That's when the family began connecting other strange incidents, voices they had heard before with no clear source. They now believe they may be dealing with something known as a mimic, an entity said to imitate familiar people. Whatever this presence was, it chose to reveal itself in the most unsettling way possible, by appearing to the most vulnerable member of the family. On March 14, 2023, a man was doing laundry at a laundromat in Araruna, Spain. After finishing his wash, he walked out with his bags. Seconds later, this happened. A dryer near the entrance exploded. If he had stayed inside any longer, he could have been seriously injured. Police later reported that a lighter had been left inside a pair of pants, and the heat from the dryer caused the butane to ignite. Fortunately, no one was hurt. The laundromat later added clear warnings, reminding customers to check their pockets. Yingying Zhang came to the United States in 2017 as a visiting scholar at the University of Illinois. She was researching photosynthesis and crop production and hoped to become a professor in China. On June 9, 2017, she left to sign a lease at an off-campus apartment. She missed her second bus and waited at another stop near the university's radio and TV station. CCTV showed a mysterious black car stop near her. She spoke briefly with the driver and got inside. After that, she was never seen again. Police traced the car to Brent Christensen, a former PhD student. He later confessed, but Yingying's remains were never found. Reports indicate that Christensen had a history of obsessive and disturbing behavior toward women, including previous online posts expressing violent fantasies.
I was 19.
Investigators also noted that he planned the crime in advance. Christensen was sentenced to life in prison without parole. A group of men reported repeated unexplained activity on their property. Hoping to document what was happening, they installed security cameras around the area. What the cameras captured left them shaken. In one of the recordings, a pale face appeared at the top corner of a door frame. This was the first time they had captured any visual evidence. They were unable to identify who or what the face belonged to. A homeowner in Mississippi heard noises late at night and decided to check their doorbell camera footage. When they reviewed it, they were shocked. The video showed a large animal walking slowly across the front yard. The creature appeared to be a full-grown lion. The area has no nearby zoos, wildlife parks, or animal reserves. People who examined the footage found no clear signs of AI editing. The lighting and movement appear natural. There were no reports of a missing exotic animal and no alerts issued to residents. No official explanation has been given. A woman was watching her sleeping baby through a baby monitor late at night. When the baby woke up, she checked the screen. The baby was inside the crib, crawling on all fours and facing the wall. But then the woman noticed another child appear near the wall. This child looked older and was crouched on the floor facing the crib. The woman has only one child and no one else was present in the room. She said nothing else stood there, so it couldn't be an optical illusion. How would you explain this incident? In November 2019, a young man entered an abandoned 22-story building to film it. The structure had been empty for years, with only a small security presence remaining. As he reached the 10th floor, he pointed his camera down the stairwell. That's when he noticed something unsettling. A dark figure could be seen moving upward, climbing the stairs at an unusually fast speed. Moments later, a loud noise echoed through the stairwell. Without warning, the live stream abruptly cut off. Later reports stated that his phone was found higher up on the stairs, still recording. The man was eventually confirmed to be safe, but he was reportedly too shaken to clearly explain what had happened inside the building. What he encountered in that stairwell remains unexplained. This group of hospital staff were celebrating New Year's Eve inside the hospital. Several staff members had stayed after hours, and food was laid out on a long table as everyone posed for a photo. At first glance, the image appeared completely normal, but on closer inspection, something unusual stood out. In the background, at the far end of the corridor, a human-like shape can be seen. The figure appears grey and faint, facing the wall. According to the staff, the hallway was empty at the time the photo was taken. No one remembers seeing anyone there. The image has since raised questions about what may have been captured that night. Late at night, a man's parked car alarm suddenly went off. Assuming someone was trying to break in, he went outside with his phone and started recording for evidence. He walked around the car, but no person or animal was nearby, and the vehicle was completely closed. Nothing seemed unusual until he reached the side of the car and noticed a pale face with glowing eyes visible through the rear window. The windows were fully closed, yet the figure appeared to be inside the car. When he opened the door, there was nothing inside the vehicle. If this is real, it's absolutely horrifying. TikTok user Misty N. Adams shared strange footage from a neighbor's Wise security camera. The clip shows a dark, human-shaped figure moving quickly across a yard. The movement lasts less than a second. Moments later, Adams' son arrived and walked through the same area. No person or object was visible at that time. The video spread online and triggered mixed reactions. Some viewers linked it to reports of shadow figures. Others suggested a lighting or motion error. Wise cameras usually activate when physical movement is detected. The cause of the motion in this clip remains unclear. Jack Torrance ran one of YouTube's earliest ARG channels, sharing stories through videos and hidden clues across different media, including random VHS recordings. Most videos started with normal everyday scenes, but without warning, they would cut to dark and unsettling footage. Jack claimed the tapes had been found in 10 boxes at an estate sale 15 miles west of Austin, Texas. The recordings used formats like 35mm film and Betamax. Many were damaged, and Jack said he was attempting to restore them. The story suggested the tapes had once belonged to a killer. YouTuber Nightmind investigated the channel, but no clear answers emerged. The channel has been inactive for over 5 years, and the mystery remains. A security guard was working a late-night shift when he started to hear strange things around him. Curious, he pulled out his camera and began recording. That's when he captured this. A dark figure briefly appeared. It leaned into view for just a moment, then vanished within seconds. No other movement was captured. The guard was left unsettled, unable to explain who or what he had just witnessed. A man was sitting atop a tall structure during a powerful storm for unknown reasons. Suddenly, strong gusts of wind swept toward him, knocking him off the structure. He appeared to land safely as he immediately ran toward his car. Against all odds, he made it out unharmed. A woman was eating at a restaurant when she noticed something unusual outside the window, something she couldn't quite understand at first. So she took a photo as soon as she saw it. On the right side of the image, a pale, hunched figure can be seen standing outside. The woman later said the figure was moving when she noticed it, and that it disappeared shortly after she took the photo. No one else in the restaurant had seen anything. What was it? A young employee was working his shift when a woman approached him and asked for directions to the exit. He gave her the directions and continued working. At the time, nothing felt unusual. Later, someone from security approached him with a question. They asked who he had been talking to. When the security footage was reviewed, the area was clearly visible, but there was no woman on any of the recordings. No one else had seen her. Only the employee remembered the encounter, and no explanation was ever found for who he spoke to that day. A family was walking along a sidewalk when they noticed something unusual. Through a window of a nearby house, a dark shadow could be seen moving inside. They stopped to watch more closely. The shadow appeared large and human-like.
No.
3 of them cautiously moved closer to the house, expecting to hear footsteps or some kind of movement, but there were no sounds at all.
No, a mí me da terror cruzar ahí. Además, cuando cruzas la calle te da como una sensación rara en el cuerpo.
After the encounter, the family said they would not return to that location. What they saw inside the house was never explained. This video comes from a live stream at a church in New York and has caught attention online. The camera moves slowly across the people sitting inside, and everything looks normal at first. Then it focuses on one person in the crowd. Their face appears distorted on camera and their eyes look unnaturally dark. Some suggest it's due to camera blur, lighting, or a bad angle. Others think the zoom makes it look strange. But if that's the case, why do the others look normal? Maybe the person was wearing sunglasses. No one knows for sure, and the individual has not come forward to clarify, nor has anyone else at the church. People start wondering, was this person even real? This mysterious clip surfaced online. It shows a man suspended above the ground. No ropes, wires, or visible supports can be seen in the footage. Nothing appears to be holding or lifting him. The video spread online, with viewers offering different explanations. Some suggested visual tricks or staging, while others believed there might be unseen support involved. A law enforcement officer is visible at the scene, leading some to think the incident was being officially observed. There is no confirmed information about the location, time, or source of the video. Because of the lack of background details, the authenticity of the footage cannot be verified. A pilot named Joel was flying over West Yellowstone on a route toward Montana. During the flight, he noticed a long cleared strip on the ground, an airstrip. The area is deep inside a remote wilderness with no known public access. There were no roads, buildings, or signs of nearby activity. The strip appeared isolated and out of place in the surrounding landscape. Its purpose and origin remain unknown. A group of men were out hiking when they came across something that looked terrifying at first glance. Large, scorpion-like creatures. At first glance, it could easily be mistaken for an emperor scorpion, but despite the appearance, these weren't real scorpions, and they weren't an unknown species either. After watching the video more closely, something became clear. They weren't animals at all. The figures were artificial structures built to resemble scorpion-like creatures. The movement that made them seem alive came from something else entirely. Attached to the structure was a crab, whose natural motion gave the illusion that the entire creature was moving. A clever setup, and a reminder that not everything we see is what it first appears to be. This clip was recorded at an international airport in the Philippines in 2020. The airport sits on land that once held a military base, and locals have connected the area's history to strange paranormal sightings for years. This footage became one of the most talked about. It shows a figure that looks like a young girl in a Victorian-style dress. The old-fashioned outfit stands out against the modern airport space. People later debated what the figure could be, and some said it was simply a person in period clothing. Others wondered if it was something unexplained. It remains a mystery. A TikTok user from Belfast, known as Dressing Room Diaries 93, posted an eerie clip.
It kind of looks like me.
She was filming herself through the reflection in her window when a woman-like figure suddenly appeared behind her. At first, people assumed it was just her reflection, but when she raised her arm, the figure didn't move.
I'm just gonna put up my hand here.
She said this wasn't even the first time she had seen it. According to her, it's like a mimic, something that imitates her. Skeptics claimed it was a trick of the light or even a cardboard cutout, but the user insists there was nothing behind her. I just wish she had turned around to show the space behind her. Without that, it's hard to say whether what she's claiming is true. The Willard Library in Evansville, Indiana, is often called one of the most haunted libraries in the world. To maintain transparency, the building runs live cameras in 3 rooms that anyone can watch online. During one such live stream, a viewer noticed something strange in the children's room. A small figure was seen crawling along the floor. The movement was low and slow, clearly visible on camera. At that time, the library was empty and the room had been locked. The figure stayed in view for a few seconds, then it disappeared. And this isn't the only sighting caught on their live camera. I guess this place really is haunted. A security guard noticed something terrifying on footage from a department store in Chile. A large translucent figure walked through the building during the night. The recording is short and low quality, making it hard to confirm what the figure actually is. Some viewers think it's just a person walking through the mall after hours, but many agree the figure looks far too tall to be human. The security guard explained that he went to check and found absolutely no one, not on that floor and not on any other camera. So, what was it? Tanya and her husband visited an old slaughterhouse called The Village in Mansfield. The place was quiet. They explored the cellar and found nothing strange. But just before leaving, Tanya felt an urge to take some photos. Later, while checking her phone, she noticed 2 white dots in one picture. She zoomed in and saw a pale face staring back at her. But the shocking part came after. CCTV showed no one else was inside the room. That cellar was believed to be the spot where monks were burned alive centuries ago. Tanya now believes the camera may have caught one of them. Reddit user Papa Blazer shared a strange story after his boss went on a ghost hunt one night. His boss took photos throughout the entire building, and the next morning sent Papa Blazer one image in particular. Papa Blazer describes himself as a massive skeptic and immediately felt the photo might be edited or manipulated, even though AI tools claimed it wasn't altered. His boss, however, insisted the image was completely legitimate. The photo is extremely dark. In fact, Papa Blazer said he had to cover his phone with his work jacket just to make out what was in it. He enhanced the image himself so others could see it more clearly. What makes it even stranger is that he doesn't understand how his boss noticed anything in the photo at all if it was taken randomly. He searched everywhere online for the image or the figure visible in it, but found nothing. Unsure what to believe, he asked others if anyone could disprove the photo and provide proof if possible. But no one had a clear answer. And for more terrifying encounters, watch this next video.